always wear heels. 6 foot, what's the... Hi everyone, it's Zara, so welcome back to another video. So today we are not doing a fashion haul, we are not talking about clothes, we're just going to be sitting here or standing here and talking as girls do. If you guys watched one of my videos a long time ago, I was talking about like my insecurities with my height and like problems that I faced like growing up with my height. So I thought it would be kind of fun a while later to do kind of a more fun and positive video about height and things that I wish I knew growing up being the height that I was. So I thought it'd be really fun to just kind of sit down and talk about 10 things that I think every tall girl needs to know. So if you guys are interested in seeing what those 10 things are, definitely keep on watching. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe and like, especially if you can relate, especially if this video helps you. I would love to know what you guys think in my comment section, so don't be shy. Let me know what you think down below. But other than that, guys, let's do this. So the first thing that I have learned over the years is that it is so important as a tall woman to learn to dress for your height. Now that sounds like common sense, duh, why would you wear something that doesn't fit you? But it's a lot harder in reality, and it's taken me a very long time to get to a place where I can continuously buy things that fit me. And even with saying that, I still buy clothes that don't fit me properly, or too short for me, too short for my arms, too short for my legs. So it's taken me a while to really just get comfortable with how to dress for my height. Don't waste your time, basically. Don't bother and waste your time thinking you will be able to wear everything that your friends are wearing, because the reality is you won't. When you see a mini dress, when you see a mini skirt, even if you really think it's cute, the likelihood is you won't be able to wear it, which is a sad reality, but it just is what it is. But with that being said, it has gotten so much easier to be able to get nice and affordable clothing for tall women. When I was a lot younger, I could literally only buy jeans from Topshop, and if you shop in Topshop, you know their jeans are not cheap. So really use the tall section. I know that kind of sounds like common sense, but really utilize each tall section, especially when it comes to things like mini dresses, midi dresses, because I'm gonna tell you right now, that midi dress on Pretty Little Thing is not going to be a midi dress on you. Like, it's going to be a mini skirt on you. Also, don't even waste your time buying a pair of jeans that do not specify the length. If it doesn't say tall, long, leg 34, leg 36, leg 38, don't waste your time, okay? Because you're going to go home and you're going to be very disappointed with what you've bought. So learning to dress for your height is definitely a big thing that I wish I knew a lot younger. When I was younger, I was trying to, you know, wear what all of my friends were wearing, and I just always looked stupid because they always looked too short on me. The clothes on my arms always were just too short as well. My jeans were always swinging, and I absolutely hated it. I just realised that I couldn't wear what everyone else was wearing, but that doesn't mean you still can't slay and look cute. So like I said, there's a lot of websites out there that do cater to tall women, Topshop being one of them, ASOS being one of them. Misguided is really good for their tall section, and you don't have to spend as much money as you once did. Now this one is something that has taken me a long time to get to the place where I am today, and that is definitely heels. And what I will say is, always wear heels. Do not feel like because you are tall you can't wear heels, okay? It's definitely something you have to get used to, because when you are tall and you wear heels, there's a lot of attention and a lot of comments and a lot of opinions that come with it. Because if you're like my height, who's 5'11", and I wear heels, I'm going to be way over 6 foot, which can be very intimidating for some people. But for you, I'm going to tell you straight up, if you're wearing a banging dress, if you're going out, it's the night out, and you're in like a nice sick outfit, and then you're wearing a pair of flats that just don't look that cute, your whole outfit's going to be ruined. So don't be that person and limit your capability of looking extra fly by not wearing those heels. And never wear kitten heels. I don't want to come for anyone who likes wearing kitten heels, but kitten heels is not it. And do not feel like you should wear, it's better to wear kitten heels because you're, you know, you're a little bit shorter, you're not as tall because they're shorter heel. Go full out, wear those heels, darling, wear them. It doesn't matter how tall you are, who cares? It's all about the way you feel and the way you look, and if you're happy with the way you look, then wear them. When I go out and I try to wear heels, I always think like supermodels are my height, models out there are my height, and they literally wear heels all the time. So if they can be out there wearing heels and looking fabulous and everyone loves them, Why can't I? F what everyone else thinks. F if anyone else is uncomfortable with it. If you want to look cute and you want to wear those heels, just wear them. Thing number 3 that I wish I learned is that when you are tall, you are going to have big feet. There are some people that are my height and are still very blessed with a small foot, but the reality of it is most taller women have a bigger foot. And the sad thing about it, as a woman, having big feet isn't, you know, sexy, isn't what society says is nice or whatever, but the reality of it is you can't change it. You can't, you know, do surgery on your foot and get a smaller foot. There's nothing you can really do about it. So I would just basically say learn how to work with it. I, over the years, have found that there's sometimes I wear trainers. I'm a size 7/8 and sometimes UK 7/8, sorry. And sometimes there's shoes that I wear that are like, no honey, they just look like big boats on you, like stop it, don't even waste your time. And there's sometimes trainers that I wear and everyone's like, oh my gosh, your feet look so small. So if you are someone that is a bit self-conscious about having bigger feet and don't want to like look like your feet are huge, there are so many shoes out there, I promise you, that really flatter a bigger foot, that don't make your foot look extremely huge. Vans are one of them. Those chunky trainers that are in trend right now can look really small on your feet as well. When I was younger, I would only wear Converses. Like, I didn't wear any other trainers because I was always paranoid that trainers would make my feet look so big and all the boys would laugh at me and everyone would laugh at me. Got to a point where I was like, hold up, you're only gonna wear these same Converses you've been wearing literally for a year, and you're not gonna wear these sick, nice new Nike trainers or these Adidas trainers or whatever was out at the moment. And I just realized, look, you gotta stop doing this, darling. It's not making no sense. For the most part, I would just say you gotta learn to get over it. Like, this is real home truths. Get over it, because you're just gonna spend your life being so insecure about something that you can't change, and you're gonna miss out on the opportunity of wearing a lot of nice shoes out there. Being tall and dating is not easy. It's very intimidating. I think men in general can be very intimidated by a tall woman, and I think that makes a lot of tall women very insecure about their height and very insecure when it comes to dating. But the real truth about it, and I wish I knew this when I was younger, is that there's a lot of people in this world that do not care. If you're in a certain bubble, like when I was in school, I was in like a bubble of just like my friends and just the people I knew in that school. And as soon as you like leave school, you meet so many different people, you meet so many people with different opinions, you meet people that have just different views and stuff. And that is how it basically is going to be with your height. Don't feel like everyone is going to feel intimidated by your height, or don't feel like there's not going to be a guy out there or a girl out there that doesn't love you for the way you are. There's going to be someone that loves the fact that you're 6 foot or loves the fact that you're 6'3". There's going to be someone out there that loves just you and just the way you stand and the height as well. I've also kind of felt this kind of a little bit of this insecurity as well when I'm wearing heels with like my boyfriend, for example, because if I do wear heels, my boyfriend is taller than me, but if I wear heels with him, I'm around the same height or a little bit taller than him. And sometimes I feel insecure because I don't want him to like feel embarrassed. But then I have to realize like he doesn't feel embarrassed. I'm the only one that is like feeling a type of way. So like I said, if he can love me even though I may be taller than him sometimes, or even though I'm this height and you know I am a very tall person, there is going to be other people in this world that are going to love you for you. Do not feel like it's going to be harder for you. Don't feel like you have to settle. Don't feel like anything because of your height. And if they don't love you for that, and if they make you feel insecure about it, or they don't want you to wear heels when you're with them, then they're not the one for you, darling, because you are you. You can't change who you are. And if they're acting like that, take some words out of Ariana Grande's book and say thank you. Next. So number 5, oh, do number 10. Number 5 has to be confidence. When you are this height, when you are tall, when you stand out, you have to be confident. Now, this is something that's very easy for someone to say, and it does take a long time to get to a place where you do feel confident. But I promise you, once you start to feel confident in your height, you start to feel yourself, you start to feel sexy in your heels, you start to love the fact that you're 5'11" or you're 6 foot or you're whatever height you are, you will feel so much better about yourself. Literally everything I said before this point, points 1 to 4, will be so easy to do, because you will feel so good about yourself that no one can stop you, basically. And I feel like every single time I step out and I'm in my heels and I'm feeling myself and I'm like, you know what, Tara, you look good, you're tall as fuck, but you still look good as fuck, I always just feel so much better about myself. I don't even listen to what anyone else is saying. Nothing else can stop me, basically, because I feel so good about myself. Always look at yourself and tell yourself you are beautiful. Tell yourself your height is beautiful. Tell yourself how good you are and how amazing your height is. Just reaffirm yourself with positive things about your height. When people are staring at you, rather than going into this like shelter and feeling like, oh, I'm not gonna wear that again, or I'm not gonna do that again, be like, yes honey, what's good? Like, yeah, I'm 6 foot, what's the problem? What's good? Like, you have to feel like you're that bitch, basically. So number 6 is you basically need to get used to the most annoying comments. Oh my days. If I could tell you how many times I've been asked if I'm an athlete, if I'm a model, how tall I am, do I do any sport, do I play basketball? Oh, like I would literally explode. If I got £1 for every single time someone asked me that, I would be a millionaire. Like I would be rich, because so many people ask you that. You get that from family members, you get it from strangers, you get it from friends, and it's literally the most annoying thing. Like, just because I'm tall does not mean I play sports. Just because I'm tall doesn't mean I want to go around telling you how tall I am. Like, you don't ask every single person you meet how tall you are, so stop asking me. But it's literally one of those things that is always gonna come with it. I just like to respond, laugh it off. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I give a little bit of attitude, like, no, I don't play sports, thanks, do you? But most of the time I just try to laugh it off and just respond to it, because it is what it is. It's actually one of those things that just comes with the territory of being tall. And another thing you gotta get used to is standing out. When you are tall, especially tall as a woman, you are gonna stand out basically wherever you go. Whether you're wearing flats or whether you're wearing heels, you are always gonna stand out. And learn to just be like, you know what, it is what it is. Like, if you want to stare at me, if you want to look at me, then obviously you're having a good view. Like, that's the type of attitude you have to have. You are always going to stand out, and especially when you wear your heels, you're going to stand out even more, because you're basically going to be towering over everyone. But rather than thinking of that as a negative thing, think of it as a positive. But please do not limit what you do. Don't limit where you go. If you do go out, don't sit down the whole night because you don't want everyone to notice how tall you are. Just learn to just love it and just learn to accept it. Number 8 is show those legs. One of the beneficial things about being a tall woman is that we have beautiful long legs that last for literally days. So show them off. Show off your legs. If it's a hot day, wear a pair of shorts, wear a nice skirt, and show those long legs off. Heels were invented to make the woman appear taller, to make her legs look longer. We have been blessed to have natural long legs. Like, just have them. Like, God has blessed us with those. So rather than hiding them away, show them off. Number 9 is a really big thing for me, and it's definitely something I have done quite a lot, which is basically don't settle because of your height. Now, this is a lot of things that I've done. I've settled when it comes to clothes, I've settled when it comes to shoes, I've settled with you know, just not wearing the things I want or not doing things that I want because I have been insecure about my height. And I just have to say, please do not do that. Just because you are tall, don't feel like you can't wear the latest trendy stuff or the nice stuff, or feel like you just have to shop in the tall section even if the clothes aren't as nice. Like, you can still find ways to make things work for you. You can still get the latest clothes, you can still have the latest shoes. Like, just don't settle, basically. Don't feel like you can't do certain things because because of your height. Don't let your height hold you back, basically. And that goes with basically every single thing I was saying earlier. When it comes to dating, when it comes to clothes, when it comes to heels, don't feel like you can't do anything because of your height. Last but not least, number 10, which is the most important one, is love yourself. Love your height. You have to accept the things you cannot change, and height is one of those. If you are 6 foot, if you are 5'11", if you're 6'5", you cannot change the fact of how tall you are, and you need to love yourself. So rather than being upset about it, rather than feeling insecure about it, no one wants to like wake up every day and just hate who they are. You need to learn who you are. Being tall is beautiful, and I'm not just saying that because I am tall. Like, the most famous women in the world are tall women. Supermodels get paid thousands, millions because of their height, and I feel like if you're able to do that, you will be able to do whatever you want when it comes to your height. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed these 10 things that I think every tall girl should know. Like I was saying earlier, I made this video because a young tarot side would have really benefited from watching a YouTube video like this. So if this was helpful, if you felt like it was beneficial, if you could relate, I would really love to know what you guys think in my comment section. Please don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe. But other than that guys, thank you once more for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys. Mwah.